20 people are dead, 170 remain missing. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump are expected in Texas tomorrow to tour the flood damage. President Trump's attempt to restrict birthright citizenship is being stopped for now by a federal judge. The judge also granted class action status in the case after the Supreme Court limited the ability of judges to block orders nationwide through other means. The order has been stayed for 7 days by the judge to allow the government time to appeal. President Trump's agriculture secretary is floating the idea of having people on government aid who cannot find a job begin working on farms, but farmers say that's not going to work.
As far as an all-American citizen-born workforce, no, I think that's going to be very difficult.
Russell Baining, who heads the Texas Farm Bureau, says migrant workers continue to play a vital role in agriculture. That's why he's pressing for reforms for the temporary work visa programs. Last month, the Trump administration suggested there may be a pause on the raids of farm work sites, but since reversed course. President Trump is asking his transportation secretary to take on additional responsibilities.
Secretary Sean Duffy will serve as the interim director at NASA. President Trump withdrew his first nominee, Jared Isaacman, during the fallout with Elon Musk, and reports that Isaacman had been a donor to Democrats. The space agency is at a crossroads as it works on missions to the moon and Mars. Duffy isn't the only multitasker in the cabinet. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is also National Security Advisor and acting archivist. I'm Rory O'Neill.
Wall Street closed with stocks higher.
At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 192 points. The S&P 500 gained 17 points, and the Nasdaq gained 19 points. I'm Kristen Marks.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Hey, I'm Brant, and her name is Sherry.
Hello.
She's a friend of mine whom we were just praying for because of a surgery she just went through.
Yes, and I am very happy about something you actually talk about all the time, which is
Medi-Share.
That is right.
Yeah. So what was your experience like with Medi-Share and the healthcare bills?
Honestly, Brant, seamless. And what a blessing that is when you're already nervous about a health issue, which I was.
Yeah.
Members shared my expenses. There were zero problems. And let me tell you, having people pray with you when you call in with your need, that is just...
It is refreshing.
Yes, that's what it is.
What I keep telling people love Medi-Share and they love saving money. A typical family can save $500 a month.
I am very thankful for Medi-Share. It is so different. And I mean different in a very, very good way.
It is good different. Call now. They're easy to talk to and you can get a price within 2 minutes. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE-40.
A Texas mom...
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222. 222-2222.
All aboard!
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a headache than taking a plane, and you'd be surprised how many places you can go on an Amtrak, and there's no passports or IDs needed. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now. We'll book your trip and email your tickets within minutes. Skip the drive to the airport and skip the lines. Call right now to book your Amtrak reservations. We service most of the United States.
All aboard!
Do something new. Travel by Amtrak today.
800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. That's 800-428-9517.
What are you so happy about?
I'm on the pill.
Aren't you two a bit old to worry about having more kids?
Not her, me.
You lost me there, buddy.
Steelman pills. Things weren't always looking up, if you catch my drift. So my doctor prescribed me a little something.
Like Viagra?
Yeah, but that's expensive, and it wasn't covered by my insurance. Steelman pills cost me less than $3 a pill, and virtually the same effect. I just called and got over 40 pills for only $99.
I have this friend who might be looking and...
Well, if your friend wants some help, the consultation is free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pills sends it in the mail in a confidential package.
I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. That's 800-915-9371.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome into the show. Good morning. Happy Friday, July 11th. Oh, it is time to get things going. 6:03 on a Friday. Here we go. We're ready to go. Projo in the house as well. He is our producer back there on the backside. Maybe we're not. Are we on or not?
I think we are. I
keep hearing music.
Yeah, me too.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Now as you sports fans know, it's really getting out of hand, man. It's going way out of control.
All right, I guess we're going to find out what happened there.
That rocks. And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, living by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
Hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City. 314-344-4400.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
And good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Vic Faust here. This is Arch City Now. We're back in 6:05 on a Friday. Good morning, everybody. Just keep me posted, Projo. He's here. The date is 7/11. It's 7/11 day. That means it's
all right. Well,
broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
I once got catfished by a girl in Kirkwood. Before catfishing was really even a thing.
This is the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com with live and on-demand content.
Front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Candace here to tell you all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and
test, check.
.com news headlines brought to you by Brown & Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. Cell phones will be banned in Missouri schools this fall. The governor signed a legislation this week disallowing phones in K through 12 schools. The law goes into effect August 28th. Newly signed legislation will create a downtown St. Louis entertainment district, providing security as part of the plan. Proponents include Prison Agency Explore St. Louis, an advocacy group, Greater St. Louis Inc., and hotel developer and operator Lodging Hospitality Management. A mother's facing charges for 2 robbery incidents years apart. Jasmine Harris was charged with robbery, endangering the welfare of a child, and other crimes in connection with incidents that happened July 7th of this year and in September of 2021. The older case involved a mother and son working together to steal a car. Demolition has begun on the Woods Mill Center in Town & Country Shopping Center near the intersection of I-64 and Highway 141. A $100 million mixed-use development with luxury condos will go in its place. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, louinfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your louinfo.com weather update. We'll be getting some sunshine today and more heat and humidity coming up. We'll be in the mid-90s on the air temperature, but that heat index up there around 102. We do have a slim chance of an afternoon.
Information station streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. Don't freak out. The Hot Shots favorites are still there, like the famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Stroker sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Shots. So try out the new menu at Hot Shots. .com.
If we get on, I sent you a picture of Don Kelly.
Okay.
Radio, a high-energy, high-impact weekday radio show blending relationship values, celebrity buzz, community love, and sharp business insight. This is where storytelling meets strategy. It's the pulse of this city, bringing the energy, stories, and voices of STL to life in your city with Kelly and Gordon. Weekday afternoons at 4, only on the Lou Information Station. Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome into the show. Good morning. Happy Friday. It is 7-Eleven day, Slurpee day. 6:10 is our time. Hope you're ready to get going with us today. What's happening throughout the St. Louis area today? Let's get it going. Producer Joe alongside. Vic Faust here. We take you to 8 o'clock. Good morning as the sun is shining. Today going to be one of the hottest, probably the hottest, muggiest day of the week. All right. We'll rock and roll. We'll get it going today. If you're outside working, obviously hydrate. If you're dealing with anything from a sun standpoint, good luck. The weather can be oppressive. We know that. However, we're inside for the next 2 hours. Let's talk about things heading up in your area. St. Louis. The Cardinals, my oh my, Miles Michaelis actually looked good last night. Congrats to Miles and the Cardinals. They won 8-1. They took 2 or 3 from the Nationals. I wanted 6 straight at Busch Stadium this week with 2 inferior teams coming. They lost 1 to the Nats, but they picked up 2, so now they welcome the Braves. The Atlanta Braves come to town for a weekend series. Cardinals 6 games over 500. You know, it's not great. It's not good. It's not bad. They're 6 games over. There's a lot of parity, mediocrity in baseball this year. They're 5.5 games behind the Cubs for first. They're just 1 game out of the 3rd and final wild card spot. Yet there was barely anybody at the game last night. When first pitch occurred at 6:45, I mean, high school teams looked like they could have drawn more people. I am not kidding. It was bare. And if you were watching the telecast, you saw what I did. If you were at the game, you saw what I did. I mean, who would have thought? Now, I know it was hot. And I know the Cardinals aren't some juggernaut baseball team, but they're a team that's 6 games over 500. And nobody was there. And it's been a trend the Cardinals have dealt with all year. Perhaps the sense that the ownership showed that they weren't going all in on the season. People start to get a little lax, and year after year, you stack those years together and complacency builds. I don't know. It just blew my mind. And of course, we welcome any thoughts that you guys have, as always. I just jumped right into it because it is what it is. I saw what I saw. 6:13 is our time. This is Arch City Now. Glad you guys are with us. We're on X. We're on YouTube at Arch City Now. You can jump in with the conversations there as well. Let us know what's going on in St. Louis. If there's events, people, businesses you want to promote, we'll do it. You can also stream us at luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. The phone number to jump on our chat line is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. Jump in. We'll talk with you. We'll see where we are. I was just happy to see what the Birds did last night, just coming out of the gate. Other couple of headlines early this morning. And by the way, Projo, when's the last Cardinal baseball game you ever went to?
Last summer.
Mm-hmm. Went last year. I went to one game last year. And I just didn't. I mean, I love the Cardinals. I love watching them. My son and I watched last night. And even my son has some apathy. He's like, I want to watch them, but and he's a huge sports fan, huge Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, we kind of see that way. By the way,
a little depressing.
July 20th, 2004, when he was born, my first son, he was right here in St. Louis. I had 3 kids born in 3 different states because we were all moving around. It was crazy in the TV industry. I tried to name him Albert after Albert Pujols. My ex-wife said, hell no. Then I tried to go with Victor Faust III. That didn't get very far. Another one of you? No. This is my ex-wife.
Sounds just like her.
Yeah. No. And then I tried maybe his middle name, and she's like, Drake Albert. I was like, yeah, fine. Anyway, he got a different middle name, Joseph. He went with the family name. But my point is, Albert Pujols had a phenomenal day. We were talking about it last night. I don't know if people remember 2004. Arguably the greatest day Albert Pujols ever had as a Cardinal in his Hall of Fame career. One of the best players in the history of the game. Is he top 5, top 10, top 8? Anyway, July 20th, 2004, Albert Pujols goes 5 for 5 at Wrigley. 3 home runs. And the Cardinals won. I think they scored 11 runs that game. So 11, 12, I think it was 11. Anyway, yeah, that son's 21st birthday is coming up already in 9 days. That's how fast, obviously, time could. Everybody has those stories in their life where things fly. But for us, it's a St. Louis Cardinals baseball game that I still remember, obviously, coming up on 21 years.
You say that's your youngest?
Middle child.
Okay.
Oldest son, middle child.
I got a son getting ready to turn 30.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did Albert Pujols have a big day on his birthday?
No.
Is he not born in the summer months of St. Louis?
July 9th.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Albert Pujols probably, what year was he born?
93 or 96. Sorry.
Okay. Well, Pujols wasn't. Well, maybe I don't think Pujols was rocking yet. We'll see. I have to go back and look at those stats. You guys can help us out. The crack staff that we have. Guys, we love it. Thanks for jumping in on the show today. Arch City Now, we just talk about St. Louis memories, St. Louis, whatever it is, what's happening. Love it when you guys jump in on our podcast on the radio side as well. That's what we do. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Pujols rookie. I didn't think so. Yeah, we're stretching, going back those ways. But seriously, 2004, July 20th, I'm sitting in the hospital watching the Cardinals crush it. I'm like, man, this kid, we got to name him Albert. Al Faust. Something from that standpoint.
Al Faust.
Al Faust. Yeah, it's a tough one to say. Anyway, so the Cardinals, I mean, literally, St. Louis, what's going on? 6 games over 500, and it's like crickets at Busch compared to what it used to be. Is it just because the Cardinals are kind of milk toast, lukewarm? Is it the heat? Is that added in as all the factors? Is it safety? Do people just not want to go down to St. Louis? I asked my son that last night. He said he and his friends just don't have a desire to drive into St. Louis.
Yeah, I think that's
and I'm like, really? He's a Mizzou kid from the St. Louis area, tons of friends around. He says they don't go to games. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Because I know that when I was at Mizzou and when I came back to the area, we would go to Cardinal games. We'd go downtown. Well, back then we'd go to the Landing. Those kind of fun things throughout St. Louis. So I don't know. Interesting. Just guys, let us know what you think about that. What's the main factor? Is it the Cardinals' apathy from ownership when it comes to players? Is it the heat more so? Is it crime? Is it just we got other things to do now? I don't know. It's just different too because new polling also shows that Gen Z is drinking less than any other generation in the history of our country.
I can tell you why.
Well, I know why you're going to say it. Just because they're smoking weed.
Yeah, it's legal now. So.
Because it's legal. And it might be vape pens. But I'm telling you, as dangerous as alcohol can be, vape pens are worse. And I'm telling you why right now. Because more and more study is showing popcorn lung, if you don't know what that is, from these vape pens. And I don't want to rain on anybody's parade, but these vape pens are not, I repeat, they have not been healthy. They haven't. I did a news story on it. I was like, and talked to doctors. They're like, no, these vape pens are not. Are you going to tell me vape pens are safe? Maybe you are. Maybe you'll educate me.
Well, no, I'm going to say that there are certain things that you can vape that are safe.
Oh, okay.
And that doesn't mean they're
like natural marijuana.
Yeah, well, and it just depends on how it's extracted. Because even the vape for marijuana is not so great. So, but there is what they call live resin and live rosin that you can get.
It's rosin or resin?
Yeah,
you're teaching me. I really have no idea.
Well, there's two. There's both actually, but live rosin and live resin is extracted with less chemicals, so you don't get all that.
You don't get all what?
You don't get all the chemicals that regular like distillate.
Is that what causes these health concerns from a vape pen?
Yeah. It's the the propylene glycol, which is the vegetable glycerin.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you never know where we're going to turn on the show. I mean, when we have guests, we schedule that out. We try to put together some blocks, or at least I do. I like to have Joe's excitement when I bring something up. Joe's like, please let me know what's going on with the show. And I'm like, no, I want you to know at the last moment.
I never know.
Bro, Joe's like, just please help me. Please, please help me. So Gen Z drinking less than any generation ever. Is it just because, see, a lot of good questions this morning, especially in the St. Louis area. Is it just because they're smoking marijuana?
I think that it's definitely a safer and easier alternative. And yeah, you can't smell it on your breath if you get pulled over.
Oh, but here's the thing. If you do marijuana, I smell it on you.
Yeah. If you're smoking flower.
Oh yeah. Okay. Instead of the gummy. Yeah. But what I've told the kids that I'm talking to in the St. Louis area, my son doesn't, my daughter, she likes it instead of using some farm stuff that was prescribed for her. And so I'll smell it. Oh, I will smell it.
Yeah, it does have a distinct odor.
Like when you come in the mornings after you're hitting that really, really hard with that big cloud of smoke around you, I smell it on you.
You do?
Oh, I'm just kidding. I just made that up.
Yeah.
I don't joke.
I've never
after
had
the show be like, what are you talking about, Vic? What's going on?
The vape option doesn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. It's interesting. So you got a whole new generation. I mean, People aren't going. Yeah, if the Cardinals were 20 games over 500, would people still be going to the games? Would people start? Would they actually have people, or is it just interest or waning? Is it? I mean, there's just a variety of things that make me wonder what the heck's going on.
If they had marijuana vendors at the game, I bet that would change things. I really do. Get a gummy stand or some sort of infused ice cream or something, man. That place would be hopping.
I mean, I'm sorry. And not to be stupid, it's just, that's interesting. Would a gummy stand at Busch Stadium work?
Or like infused ice cream, something.
Oh, that could be a problem now.
Oh yeah, it definitely.
Kids and ice
people be
cream.
falling asleep. Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what they need right now. Some of those games have been sleepers. Not last night, but they have had some sleepers. It's Friday, people. We're ready to hit the weekend. That's for sure. We're the show that gets you up and rolling on luinfo.com. We're the show that sleeps less, works more, paid less. I don't know, whatever it is. That's what we try to do, get you guys going. Why is it that Gen Z is drinking less alcohol? I thought maybe they just don't like it anymore. That maybe, just maybe, they just didn't want to drink alcohol. And they're doing, and it had nothing to do with marijuana, but maybe it is something else.
Yeah, it could be a culture change.
Yeah. But then I go to college campuses and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I'm like, wow. These kids are hitting it hard. And that's what I thought last year when I was up at Mizzou, at a couple places visiting the kids. And I'm like, dang, this is crazy.
Yeah, Eli says he's Gen Z, and he said he never saw the appeal of drinking alcohol.
There you go.
Yeah.
Eli, that's awesome. Eli, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? And Joe, if you can look at that would be great.
Yeah, he could actually probably come in through the air.
Oh, well, yeah, I've never tried to do
Says
that.
he just turned 23.
Okay, there you go. I've got a daughter that's 22. The other son will be 21. So right with Eli. And yeah, gosh, that is interesting.
Yeah, I guess it's, like I said, a culture change. Kids just don't have the appeal because, I don't know, maybe it's because their parents did it and that's something they don't want to do.
And is that happening in St. Louis? We hear bar owners talk about less beer being purchased by people than you have the Gen Z situation. We do take your comments in the chat line. You can do that. You can jump in on X and YouTube. We say good morning to you, Paul. Appreciate you saying that. Good morning to Vic and Joe as well. Once again, YouTube and X, Arch City Now. YouTube and X, Arch City Now. If you want to give us a call, you can do that too. The phone number, 855-282-8255. Once again, 855-282-8255. What would it take? Is it going to take the Cardinals getting closer to the end of the season for people to actually go to the games? Is it something people talk still about doing? Is it more of a 40 and over situation? I don't know. And maybe I'm making a bigger deal about it, but a team that's 6 games over 500 with the pedigree that they've had, and maybe it was just the expectations from past seasons and where we used to be, but 6 games over 500. And at the start of the game last night, the crickets at Busch Stadium. So much so that I was watching not only with my son, but with a couple other guys. And I'm like, look at that. And they're like, wow. They're like, yeah, that's how it's been all season. So anyway, I don't know. It shocked me a little bit, but this is Arch City Now. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Just getting you started talking about whatever you guys want to. It's a show about St. Louis. We're inside what's happening with the headlines, trying to focus solely on the St. Louis areas, the St. Louis conversations, the water cooler talk, getting you going in the mornings, wherever you are, not only from a podcast standpoint on YouTube and X, but you can stream us at luinfo.com as well. That's from 590 from the radio standpoint as well. And getting out in the community, talking about what we're doing with this network, talking to people that have had a chance to listen. They like it. It's different. They feel it's different. So that's what we want to be. Not trying to be different just to be different, but add something to what St. Louis has had. If there's anything that you want to get into, we'll take it. We'll talk about it. We'll break down some of these subjects and have these no holds barred conversations promoting everything that is St. Louis from that standpoint. We'll take a quick break. We come back, though, not just to make it all sports centric, because, we cover everything from banking, finances, money, entertainment, food, sports, high schools, municipalities. We cover it. But also from a standpoint of letting us know what you guys want to get into is what we will do. All of it right here, Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust, Projo alongside. We're here till 8 o'clock. And are we taking the break at now or is it 29?
We might as well take one now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when we come back, we'll talk about what the Blues have done. The Blues have not had apathetic response. They had people coming to their games, but man, they made a decision yesterday regarding their broadcast team that became a big deal on social media. A very big deal regarding their main play-by-play guy, John Kelly, no longer with the team. We'll talk about that. Anything else you guys want to get into right after the break? This is Arch City Now. We are the information station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. We'll be back with more right after this.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the West.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at luinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
luinfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown & Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your luinfo.com news update. Cell phones will be banned in Missouri schools this fall. The governor signed a legislation this week disallowing phones in K through 12 schools. The law goes into effect August 28th. Newly signed legislation will create a downtown St. Louis entertainment district, providing security as part of the plan. Proponents include tourism agency Explore St. Louis, business advocacy group Greater St. Louis, Inc., and hotel developer and operator Lodging Hospitality Management. A mother's facing charges for 2 robbery incidents years apart. Jasmine Harris was charged with robbery, endangering the welfare of a child, and other crimes in connection with incidents that happened July 7th of this year and in September of 2021. The older case involved a mother and son working together to steal a car. Demolition has begun on the Woods Mill Center in Town and Country Shopping Center near the intersection of I-64 and Highway 141. A $100 million mixed-use development with luxury condos will go in its place. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, luinfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your luinfo.com weather update. We'll be getting some sunshine today and more heat and humidity coming up. We'll be in the mid-90s on the air temperature, but that heat index up there around 102. We do have a slim chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Overnight, scattered showers, mid-70s, and then a little bit better chance of rain on Saturday with low 90s, scattered showers and upper 80s on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu.
Don't freak out.
Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
If you've been thinking about improving your smile, now's the perfect time. Hi, I'm Dr. Otto from Otto Orthodontics. We offer free consultations, the newest techniques, and treatment that's faster, more comfortable, and tailored just for you. Whether it's Invisalign, braces, whitening, or even Botox. We're Missouri's #1 Invisalign provider with 5 convenient locations. And here's something special. Mention this ad when you call to schedule your free consult, and you'll get $1,000 off your treatment. Visit OttoOrtho.com to book your free consult today.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begin.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Vic Faust here, Pro Joe alongside as well. 6:33 is our time. It is Friday. Hope you guys have plans for the weekend. I can tell you this much. It's supposed to be darn hot. Hottest day of the week this week, at least in a couple weeks. Heat indices are talking at 100 or over 100. So yeah, that changes some things. That's for sure. It's going to be a hot one. What are you guys doing? What are some plans? What are a good way to deal with the heat? How do you deal with the heat when it hits us like that? What do you do? Because it's tough. I mean, we know. I mean, it's not like there's a beach. I mean, I guess you go down the Mississippi River.
Find water anywhere.
People are telling me, Vic, get out to Grafton. I haven't been to Grafton in a long time. I'm sorry. I apologize. I keep hearing about Grafton this, Grafton that. Just haven't tried it out yet.
Raging River's still there?
Oh, remember Raging River?
Yeah.
What? Oh,
that
it's
was
cool.
in Grafton.
It's cool when it's hot.
It's cool when it's hot.
There you go. It's cool when it's hot. Yep, got it. That's for sure. Just be careful where you're going to be jumping in lakes. I've always wondered that. I was like, is it good? I mean, Lions Lake in Washington, Missouri, people were told now stay out. We've literally been told to stay out because hundreds of fish washed up, dead.
That's happening in like the oceans and stuff too.
So it's like, wait a second, what's going on here? Really? So yeah, that's what people are being told now. Lions, it's what is it? Lions River. Do not go in there. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They don't know yet. So that's what I was always. I've never been a lake like a real fan of lakes. I'm sorry. I love looking at them. I'm just not a big fan of swimming in them. Even Lake of the Ozarks. I'm not
a fan of murky water.
Yeah.
If I can't see what's in there with me.
No, I get it. I mean, but so literally the city of Washington, Missouri, asking residents steer clear. A lot of people in that area, go to Lions Lake. They do. Hundreds of fish were found dead Wednesday. So the Missouri, Department of Natural Resources gets involved. They say they're studying it. The conservation department. We're talking no fishing, no boating, not even boating, because they're like, let's see what's happening. It's a precautionary, no touching the water. So the city said that they've joined the departments there, natural resources, conservation, and clearing the lake. But it wasn't just 100 fish; it was 700 fish.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody dumped something in there.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
And that's just BS. You do. You find people like that, you prosecute as much as you can, or you put them in there with whatever they dumped.
Hang them by their toenails.
Because there's absolutely no place for that. But anyway, I don't know what we just got talking about. I just saw the headline come up this morning. depending upon what people are doing for this weekend. Yeah, it's going to be hot. It's the middle of September, or excuse me, it's the middle of the summer in July. Yeah, it's supposed to be hot. It's summer. It's St. Louis. You do your best. You go to pools or you do whatever. You stay inside. You enjoy your air conditioning. You don't want to have that go out. That's for sure. It doesn't take long. And check on people. I know it goes without saying if you know somebody that doesn't have air, because it can be bad.
I couldn't imagine not having air.
Oh, and it doesn't take long for for homes to heat up fast without air. If your HVAC goes out, and by the way, I know we're jumping all over the place. You're looking for a career, get into trades. I know I've said it before, but you need an HVAC person. Good luck. A landscaper now, good luck. I mean, you're talking about trying to get people concrete pour. You're trying to do good luck. And I mean, you may get a few that come out, but people are busy. And I'm like, what is everybody busy with? Is there just a plumber? Good luck. And they're expensive.
It's just a shortage of tradesmen.
The other thing in St. Louis, with all the tornadoes that have happened and the rebuilding of homes and doing tuck pointing on roofs, and it's bricklayers. Try to find some bricklayers that are quality.
Mm-hmm.
These are things people just didn't do for a long time. And you want to talk about making money? These people are making money in the St. Louis area. They are. And I'm like, holy moly. It just blew my mind. Things that may have been taken for granted, careers or career options throughout the St. Louis Metro that were taken for granted. I am telling you now, and I know from my other businesses right now, if you want to make a whole lot of money and make it fast and not have a lot of debt, some of these trades, the bricklayers, you can't find a lot of bricklayers, or let's just say a decent amount of bricklayers right now that know what they're doing, quality doing, and you can get out to your jobs fast. You just can't. These are opportunities throughout the St. Louis area right now. If you could go and train, it would be so simple and so easy to do.
Yeah, this generation's too soft.
Well, maybe it's the generation. I don't know if it's the generation, but I think it's the parents' generation.
Yeah.
Where have the parents been in promoting, we talk about Gen Z, Gen Xers of saying, hey, do trades. Are there enough? And not to there's a place for everybody. Obviously, college. I have 3 kids. 2 of them have gone to college. A third one will go there too. I have told all 3, including the daughter, about trades. And they kind of just look at me like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, all right, fine. I'm telling you, you want to look at my call list of trying to get trades to do work and things of that nature, and who's available and who's not, and how busy they are, and how they dictate their terms, and how they dictate their money, and how they tell you we'll show up when we want to. I mean, basically, these are the things that are going on. I know we're getting off track. Anyway, I'm sorry. I come back to the situation. But it is interesting when you look at opportunities around the St. Louis area. And that's what this show's about, and jobs and ways to make money. And we were talking about air conditioning going out, hot day, hot weekend. Storms are supposed to come in maybe tonight. That could cool down some temperatures, but we know what we're going to be dealing with today. Anyway, we're glad you guys are with us every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. This is Arch City Now. Hot Take Central 2.0 comes up. They follow us right after this show. If you ever want to give us a call, check in, you can do that. The phone number, 855-282-8255. Once again, 855-282-8255. You can also stream us at luinfo.com. But if you want to jump in on the chat line or stream us and watch us, you can do that on YouTube and X. Once again, we're on YouTube, we're on X. Go to Arch City Now. Once again, Arch City Now. When we have other streaming platforms that we'll let you know about that as well. It is Friday. It is 7-Eleven. It's Slurpee Day as well. You can get some free Slurpees. Ask them when you go in. It's been around forever. 7-Eleven Day, free Slurpees. Have at it. Happy, joy, St. Louis. Go get your Slurpee. That was what I remember. 7-Eleven seemed to be a whole lot bigger in St. Louis when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Quick Trips now, right? Would you say like, and I guess it depends on where you live, but wouldn't you say what do you think is the most dominant gas station, service
Definitely
station?
Quick Trip now.
Quick, depending upon where you are in the St. Louis area,
yeah,
where you live. I mean, curious, is there something else that competes with Quick Trip right now?
Yeah. But 7-Eleven back in the day, the big gulp, that was the thing.
It was the thing. The Slurpees were the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The 7-Eleven stores were the convenience stores that you go into. I'm like, yeah. No, they are. That's what you did. Anyway, I remember Slurpees, baby. I remember the first Slurpee. Cherry Coke Slurpee, baby. I was like, that was St. Louis summer. That was the St. Louis summers. Cherry Coke Slurpees from 7-Eleven day. Hey guys, thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show, letting people know what we do here in the mornings and those things that are going on. We appreciate it when you guys promote us. We are all about St. Louis, doing whatever we can for this town, for this city. We love it. That's why we're here. We love doing this, and we love being a part of this network. By the way, Hot Take Central 2.0 coming up at 8 o'clock. We take you from 6 to 8 every day, get you going in the mornings. And speaking of St. Louis and who we are, and we were talking about nobody going, I say nobody, in quotes, less people going to St. Louis Cardinal baseball games. As we were coming out, what kids are doing, or and it led into what younger generation is doing, because Gen Z drinking less alcohol than any other generation ever before. But St. Louis loves its sports, but we're not going to the Cardinals games, even though there's 6 games over 500. There was some apathy from ownership group, and then blah, up and down, all around. But there's still 6 games over 500, despite not looking like this really good team. They're 6 games over, and they don't have great pitching. Anyway, good pitching. Another sports story from yesterday. St. Louis loves its Blues. Well, this happens, and it can happen to anybody at any time, no matter how good you are. Just ask legendary broadcaster John Kelly himself. I mean, he's been a staple of St. Louis Blues television for a long time. Great voice, great knowledge, great heart. But he finds himself out of a job. The Blues opted not to renew his contract, apparently with some cost-cutting measures. I mean, that's what they're saying. I mean, he's been calling Blues games on television, for 2 decades, but he's not going to be doing it next year. Now, that's the terrible news, is that I just can't imagine the Blues without him. I mean, but a lot of teams are forced. A lot of organizations are forced to make decisions. I don't know all the details with that one. I just can't imagine him not being with the Blues. The good thing is that Chris Kerber's talented. Joey Vitale's very, very good. No Joey. They're going to simulcast games now, which is interesting, on FanDuel Sports Network Midwest and 101 ESPN Radio. They're going to simulcast. So John Kelly will be gone, as part of the strategic realignment. And then they've expanded the pre and post game coverage as well. So with that move, is it something that St. Louis likes? Is it something that St. Louis will get around? But it's a model. It's a different model. We're doing a different model here. We're podcast and we're radio. I mean, we have a dial. I mean, we talk about going to luinfo.com where you stream us, but we're doing something. So Kerber has the play-by-play action. Vitale will be the analyst. And I mean, they've been together. They've 7 years. And then you've got the in-studio analyst Jamie Rivers, who's phenomenal. He's outstanding, in my humble opinion. So those are the situations that the Blues are dealing with now. People are going to be upset. I mean, you'll find comments all over the place. On Twitter, one person said, John Kelly's Blues hockey, horrible mistake. You have other people chiming in, giving their opinions all over Twitter. I mean, and you're allowed to have your opinion, but once again, teams make decisions and you move. Another person said, love Curbs and Joey. This isn't a reflection on them. And clearly it's not, because they're both super talented. This is shameful by FanDuel Midwest. Strategic realignment ? I'm about to strategically align my fist with a wall, coming from another person from X who tweets it out. Kerber and Vitale are very good broadcasters, but this is a mistake, a short-sighted mistake. John Kelly's a pro's pro, no doubt about it. And he really is. So will it make a huge difference? The Blues have always been very good when it comes to their fans. They really have been. I don't understand the decision. Obviously, it's a money decision. Or the Blues a team without financial means? No, I doubt that. Stillman has been an amazing owner in everything that we have seen in St. Louis. So, people just get used to it. But it was something that we were talking about, something that's changing in St. Louis. And, we cover all the topics on the show. John Kelly's been around forever. And I promise you this much. In the broadcasting industry, one of which I've been in my entire life too, you can be number one, you can be the best, and you just never know. But maybe that's a lot of professions in life. You start to think everything is going to be there and everything's perfect, and it's like, boom, things can change in a heartbeat. And that's what obviously has happened when it comes to the St. Louis Blues, the decision that they've made, and they move forward. So I was like, what? John Kelly? What? John Kelly no longer with the Blues? That just shocked me. So, we'll see if he hooks up somewhere else, but that voice and that hockey knowledge, and he's outstanding from that standpoint. Projo, I know that you're not a huge hockey fan, but you watch, I guess, some games maybe, right?
Yeah, I mean, I watch playoff games and stuff like that. I usually don't follow like the whole season. However, if they're doing good, I'll follow during the season. But,
yeah, no, I get it.
If they're kicking off.
So anyway, John Kelly departs, and he's been absolutely amazing. John Kelly, thank you for your time with the St. Louis Blues. You have been outstanding. And the Blues are expected to have a pretty good team next year. I don't know. They weren't able to do much in the offseason yet in regards to people being out there, but we'll see. We'll see where it all goes from that standpoint. This is Art sitting out. Thanks for jumping in. If you want to give us your opinions from the Cardinals standpoint, nobody showing up for games, or very few. The Blues making the decision with John Kelly. Moving on, I guarantee Hot Take Central 2.0 will really break that down when it comes to the former Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. They follow us right after our show every Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. And we also appreciate when you like and subscribe on X and YouTube and let people know what we're doing as we promote St. Louis with this show every morning from 6 to 8 a.m. Keeping with the sports theme that we've had so far, there will be shock jocks. You've heard that, and people who say things. And this story, we talk about it in our St. Louis sense just because there are Chief fans in Missouri, clearly, and there's Chief fans in the St. Louis metropolitan area. I'm not a big Chiefs fan. It's all right. Andy Reid is a guy that I respect. Andy Reid was a coach at Mizzou when I was playing there. I liked Andy Reid. And Andy Hill, another coach. He just retired from the special teams coach from the Chiefs. Dave Tobe, another former Mizzou football coach, one of the best special teams coaches in the entire NFL. Another former Mizzou guy who was my strength coach. Those are Chief guys as well. So, hey, I don't get extremely happy when the Chiefs win, and I don't get upset when they lose. I'm just like, oh, it's the Chiefs. I really like Taylor Swift. Yeah, Projo looked at me. Thank you for getting my joke. Come on, Projo. Anyway, but shock jocks will say things, and it's just always. But you have to be careful too. I'm curious because there's a Kansas City, Missouri broadcaster, Kevin Keatsman, who I know. I haven't talked to him in many, many years. I used to do a show on WHB 810 in Kansas City way back in the day, as soon as I had finished playing at Mizzou. So I've worked at the station, but you had a Kansas City broadcaster ripping Patrick Mahomes, calling him fat. Pro, did you pop up the picture yet for our podcast listeners?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. I don't know if I would call Patrick Mahomes fat. He is an NFL guy.
He's relaxed.
Yeah, he's relaxed. For our radio listeners or streaming, we're showing a picture of Patrick Mahomes. For those people who are on the podcast, you see, that's Patrick Mahomes. Now, and we can keep that picture up, Pro Joe.
Now, some would call that a dad bod.
Yeah. You're right. That is a dad bod. That is a dad bod. That's a good dad. That's a $500 million dad bod.
Yeah, that's
so
like,
we keep, I mean, yeah, and you can just keep that up here. It's interesting when this happens because I know we have a lot of Chief fans throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. We do. There are a lot. There's Chief parties everywhere, which blew my mind. I'm still bitter. Forgive me that we don't have the Rams, and I want that's my sport. So, Patrick Mahomes gets called fat by a Kansas City radio guy, Kevin Keatsman. I'm like, I thought Patrick Mahomes has legendary status. And he gets ripped. Now, Keatsman's always kind of done that, though. He says things, he gets people riled up. And maybe he wants to get more listeners or viewership, but they're already really big. I don't know. Is that fat to you?
Well, I mean, how ripped do you need to be a quarterback? Obviously,
you don't.
Obviously, he doesn't do leg day very much because he doesn't have to run very much. So, I mean...
Well, he does, though. I mean, he's elusive. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. That's why I think he can look... And this doesn't look any different than what he's looked like before to me. That's my point.
No, I don't know. He definitely looks a little more in shape when he's in his uniform.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's... You have those girdles on, you know, tight wear. They work for me too, Projo. You should try them.
Right. I wear football gear every day.
No, I mean just the span, the tight stuff. Right. But this whole story, the whole story just surprised me because I'm like, oh, you want to call him fat? How does Patrick feel about that? That's what I thought was interesting too. And the full story about everything that went down is this. So he gets called, and here's the comment that was made. And there's another picture. I mean, it's all online. There's a couple other pictures from when they were out, he and his wife, Brittany, enjoying some summertime fun. But Keatsman took aim and called him fat and an embarrassment because of the pictures that surfaced of him from 4th of July festivities. But of course, this comes after months after Mahomes said back in February that he had a strategy to get into better physical condition following the Chiefs Super Bowl loss. So I don't know if Patrick looks like he's in better shape or not, but maybe he still has time. Training camp's a few weeks away. Maybe he's going to use training camp.
He should just put all his Super Bowl rings in one hand and then do curls and then change hands and do curls. We'll get back in shape.
Our Chiefs fans are at the area. I mean, and we can go ahead and decide it. But what Keatsman said was vacation photos are popping up of Patrick Mahomes, and he's fat. I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell you the truth. He's an embarrassment. You're a $500 million quarterback. You've made all these comments in the offseason that we're going to do our talking on the field. We got our butts kicked in the Super Bowl. We're coming back with a vengeance. Dude, you're fat. We got to take a break.
Yes.
Already?
Yeah.
At 55?
57:50. You must be on
my
a different...
time's off.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, guys. We'll continue this Patrick Mahomes story right after this. You won't miss it. Back with more Arch City Now.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call Debt Helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
The Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
And there remain 5 campers and 1 counselor from Camp Mystic among the missing.
President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump will be in the state tomorrow to tour the flood damage. Nearly 200 Democratic lawmakers are supporting a lawsuit against the Trump administration's use of emergency powers to impose tariffs.
Trump has invoked the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose his so-called Liberation Day reciprocal tariffs and a series of levies by citing emergencies over trade deficits and an influx of fentanyl. New Hampshire Senator Jeanne Shaheen is leading the Democratic lawmakers in filing the brief and called the president's use of IEEPA an unlawful abuse of emergency powers. Their support bolsters a group of small businesses in Democratic-led states who are suing the administration. I'm Michael Kastner.
Americans are divided on the implications of artificial intelligence.
According to a recent Gallup poll, 49% of U.S. adults surveyed said AI is just the latest in a long line of technological advancements that humans will learn to use to improve their lives and society. Polling also found that the other 49% of respondents stated AI is very different from the technological advancements that came before and threatens to harm humans and society. Despite the divide, 59% of people agreed AI will take care of important and routine tasks, which would lead to less need for humans to perform important or creative work. I'm Chris Coraggio.
Wall Street closed with stocks higher.
At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 192 points. The S&P 500 gained 17 points, and the Nasdaq gained 19 points. I'm Kristen Marks.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard joining MediShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. You can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE 40. 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE-40.
We reached out and spoke.
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel. A delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here. And when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198. Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Appreciate you joining us. Arch City Now. It is 7:03. It is 7-Eleven day. July 11th. It's going to be one of the hottest days we've had in a couple weeks here. Heat index is supposed to be over 100 today, so just get ready for it. It is summer. That's what we're supposed to do. We get ready for the heat. And of course, we appreciate you guys jumping in with us as we do every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. as we focus on all things St. Louis, having those conversations with you guys, whatever you guys want to do. And we love the shout outs for people, businesses, events that are coming up. Letting people know what's happening in your neck of the woods. What are people talking about? What's moving the meter, so to speak, throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area? Having some good conversations, honest conversations. You can also give us a call. If you want to give us a call, the phone number to dial is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. If you want to jump in on the chat line, you can do that where you can stream us. That's on X and YouTube. X and YouTube, Arch City Now. Once again, X and YouTube at Arch City Now. And we're just one of the shows that make up this entire network. We get you started Monday through Friday, but there are several shows throughout the day. For example, Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. They follow us every day from 8 to 10 o'clock. And for a lineup of the entire schedule, just check out the website where you can also stream. That is at luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. luinfo.com. We're glad you're with us. We're happy that you join us in the mornings when you do. And of course, getting your comments out there. You can do that on the chat line. You can jump in on the chat line on X and YouTube, talk with us, myself and producer Joe, and or the other people who have jumped in on the show. Okay, it is Friday. What are you guys doing? What do you do to keep cool over the weekend? We talk about that. Also, when we were going to break, we were talking about, because there's so many darn Chiefs fans throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. What is fat? What's not fat? Should your athletes look better because they're getting paid so much money? And there it is. That's just one of the pictures. I mean, there's another.
I didn't get any others.
Yeah, no, that's just one of the pictures that I've sent you.
Oh, okay.
That I've sent. I mean, there's other ones. You know, I mean, I could try to find you another. No, you can keep it up, Projo. I want to remind people, and just so people can see Projo, or see Projo shows us Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was called fat and an embarrassment by a Kansas City sports radio host.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. He's definitely not fat.
I don't think he's fat. Does he look like some of the other quarterbacks in the NFL? No. Is he the best quarterback in the NFL? Yes. Has he won multiple Super Bowls? Yes. MVPs? Yes. Does he look like he's in great shape? No. Maybe he doesn't need to be.
The main thing he's got to worry about is his arms.
And his legs and his brain.
Oh, yeah.
So the Kansas City host, Kevin Keatsman, did that. I just don't know. I don't know. I was surprised to see it. Maybe he wants to motivate him. He'll probably never do an interview with Kevin Keatsman. Or that would be great radio if they could actually get an interview with him. So Patrick Mahomes makes $500 million a year. Kevin Keatsman said this. Well, Patrick Mahomes didn't respond, but his trainer did. Because that's calling out the trainer as well. And He said, you try to run up and down a field like Patrick Mahomes does. You try to run a 2-minute offense. You do the sprints and lead a team like Patrick Mahomes is. And then we'll talk. So
it's really easy to judge.
But keep in mind, Kevin Keatsman's not a professional athlete. He's not making $500 million a year. But the people of Kansas City got to realize you guys have been very fortunate with the success that you've had on your football team, and that's not guaranteed. So they're so upset that they got crushed in the Super Bowl by the Eagles. And then, of course, he says the reason, and I sent you another picture of Pat that we can show, is we're going to get in shape. Well, Patrick Mahomes doesn't look like he's in any better shape, but maybe he's healthier. Maybe his arm strength got stronger. Maybe something else is going on that we don't know about. But I found it interesting. There's another picture of Patrick. Little pooch.
Just looks like he's having fun.
Looks like me.
He's enjoying the summer.
That's all right. Yeah, he is.
He's having a good summer.
And he's making $500 million a year. Part owner of the Kansas City Royals. Life is good for Patrick Mahomes. So anyway, it was a fun story. It's a Friday. We who knows? We pop up, we pop around. We were showing the pictures of Patrick there. So the host said what he said. The trainer responds. We'll see. Mahomes loves his trainer, by the way. It's like, Patrick Mahomes was told he was fat. Your belly would be, he goes on to say, you're a $500 million quarterback. You've made all these comments in the offseason that we're going to do our talking on the field. We've got our butts kicked in the Super Bowl. We're coming back with a vengeance. Dude, you're fat. Your belly would be fat at my pool. Hanging out with us, 60-year-olds. Your belly would be fat. Hanging out with us, 60-year-olds. That's so over the top, but it is what it is. So obviously Mahomes didn't respond, but the trainer did. His trainer said, send me your location. He said that to the radio host. Send me your location. You obviously need attention. So if you want to see what shape is, go make it through a practice at St. Joseph, talking about the Chiefs training camp, or run hurry up offense, scrambling back to back to back plays. You have no clue what it takes. It's not a look, it's performance. And that is so true because there's been times in my life where I looked better than when I played at Mizzou, but my physicality, the way that I could perform, run, speed, but my body wasn't as, quote, chiseled, but it was for performance. So I get that. And Patrick Mahomes has been a very good quarterback for a very long time.
Yeah, I don't see any issue with his physique.
So the good thing is, the thing I love about Mahomes, too, even, I'm not a great Chiefs fan or so whatever. If you like the Chiefs, fine, that's fine. Is that Mahomes didn't respond. He didn't say anything. It's like there's a lot of people who will nip at your ankles and just let them stay down there.
I wouldn't respond either.
Yeah, he didn't. And Patrick Mahomes this offseason sought advice from Tom Brady. And he says, I've actually talked to Tom Brady a good amount this offseason. It's cool that he wants to give me advice. He doesn't have to be like that. He's such a good dude. I have so much respect for him. I'll take advice that he gives me, talking about Tom Brady. So anyway, that's what happened with that whole situation. It just makes me wish we had an NFL team in St. Louis, and I get pissed off. Glenn Thompson, and you guys can join us from the chat line, X and YouTube. Maybe if we didn't have a team here in St. Louis before, I'd be more of a Chiefs fan. I talked about my former Mizzou coaches being coaches with the Chiefs, and it's like I want them to do well. But I'm still pissed that we don't have a team here. And what Roger Goodell and the owners did, it should have never happened. And there's a lot of reasons for that. St. Louis is on the hook as well for that. But anyway, Glenn Thompson says dad bod. Yeah, it's a dad bod. It's a $500 million dad bod. That's what Projo said earlier. Greg says, off season, we all gain weight. He's like, happy heavenly birthdays, Dad, Greg Sr., father-in-law, Big Don. Sure. Give your shout outs. That's what we do on the show. We promote St. Louis. We have these conversations, and we are grateful that you guys jump in with us every Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. here on luinfo.com. We are Arch City now. It's Slurpee Day, July 11th. You can go get your free Slurpees. Woohoo! Quick Trip has kind of taken over throughout the St. Louis area, in my humble opinion, as like the number one convenience store, depending upon where you live. Because I've been in certain parts of St. Louis where I'm looking for a Quick Trip, and there isn't one. I'm like, damn, where's the Quick Trip? Where's the closest Quick Trip? And there isn't one. I mean, it was recently I was over like in the Ladue area, Layton area, and I couldn't find one. I was like, there isn't one. But I used to live over in that area, and they just don't put them in, and they don't put in new places.
That's true. I bet there's more 7-Elevens than there are.
In Creve Coeur. Yeah. It's like interesting.
Yeah.
Think about the 7-Elevens. I just remember the days of St. Louis. It's a cherry Coke Slurpee.
Yeah.
Loved them. What's St. Louis summer mean to you? What is it? We talk about anything and everything you guys want to. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show as well, by the way. Cardinals, won last night. They're losing the attendance battle. They won last night, 8-1. Miles Michaelis. Wow, he looked pretty darn good last night. Taken out a little bit early, but it worked out well. Cardinals win 8-1. They take 2 or 3 games from the Nationals. They welcome the Braves to town this weekend for a 3-game series. They're 6 games over 500. Okay. It's not bad. They've been worse at this point in the past. It's not great. 5.5 games out of first. They're just a game out of the final wild card spot. Is it a mirage? Why aren't Cardinal fans responding to this team, this ownership group? They're not going to the games. Attendance continues to be way down. At the start of last night's game, it was a terrible sight to see. Cardinals fans were not at these games, and we're not going to the games like we used to go to. Blame ownership, blame whatever. Not putting the superstars together, saying that we're building for the future, whatever the case. But the Cardinals are still a team that's 6 games over 500. You have 3 games with the Braves this weekend. The Braves are not a very good team. They're 12 games under 500. You have to win the series. You have to win 2 or 3. It'd be great to get more. Anything else is unacceptable. That heads into the All-Star break. Brendan Donovan had a couple more hits last night. He's our All-Star representative, hitting right there around 300. He'll be in Atlanta at the beginning of next week for the All-Star festivities, representing St. Louis. So we're glad from that standpoint. From the chat line, by the way, it's Friday as well today. So not just Friday, but it's also FRY Day, Friday. McDonald's and Burger King, free fries with $1 purchase. Free fries at Checkers and Wendy's. Is it like National Friday or something?
Maybe. I hope that Steak and Shake's on that list.
Oh, there you go. I know you like your Steak and Shake. There
Just their
you go.
fries. It's because they're fried in beef tallow.
Oh, the beef tallow. That's right. RFK Jr. getting things done. Have you had the fries since they?
I haven't. That's why
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of fries, but I mean, I hear about the beef tallow. That's for sure, and it being a good thing. Guys, we talk about all things St. Louis, newsmakers, headlines, things that are happening throughout the area. If you have a story, if you have a shout out, you can do that as well. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. By the way, another story that was making some headlines. We showed you crazy fireworks last week. St. Louis, we gave a shout out immediately Monday to St. Louis City Police Department for what they did in regards to the arrest, in regards to keeping crime down, seizing guns. But there was one dude that did what we're showing you now. And Projo, you can just run the video as I talk about this. But St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department's looking for the public's help in identifying this guy. Viral video. He was walking around throwing fireworks at people over the 4th of July weekend.
That's a big firework, too.
Yeah. Literally walking in. One of the incidents caught on camera happened near Wheelhouse and on Washington Avenue in St. Louis. So detectives say this man reportedly set off fireworks in front of a large crowd. He also threw fireworks into somebody's car while it was at an intersection. Yeah, that's why St. Louis had to finally get serious about things. You know, I like the job that I see so far being done by Kara Spencer. I wish she would have come out early Monday and said, hey, St. Louis City Police did an amazing job, because they did. They did. They tried to put a deterrent up there as well. But as of this morning, nobody had figured out who this guy is. Who is this dude?
I hope they find him.
Well, yeah, clearly. But
I don't understand what motivates people to do this kind of stuff, especially like film it and then put it on the internet.
Well, now that there's video of this guy doing it, he's going to be found. He will be found, certainly, somehow, some way. I mean, never try to get ahead of somebody else. I figured that out. Chat line says piece of crap. Yeah, pretty much. You go around doing that with people, just trying to enjoy a nice day, and then of course takes off. It almost looked like he had people with him as well.
Yeah, somebody was filming it.
Somebody's filming, but then they're together and they run to. Yeah, I don't know. It just looked like he was going there. So anyway, take a good look if you know who that guy is. Let police know. Obviously, people who think they're above the law and want to cause problems and issues and trouble for everybody else. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it is what it is. By the way, not sure how people feel about this throughout the St. Louis area too. Busy week for Missouri's governor, Mike Kehoe, as well, man. He has signed a bunch of laws. One, though, this was interesting. He signed the repeal of a law Thursday that had guaranteed paid sick leave to workers and also inflationary adjustments to the minimum wage. It's interesting because, there are workers' rights groups that put a lot of time, a lot of years, and millions of dollars into getting this on the ballot and voted in, and it was. And it won in the ballot 9 months ago. But his repeal will take effect August 28th. So why did he do it? Well, he said that he's protecting the people of Missouri, families, job creators, and small business owners by cutting taxes, rolling back overreach, and eliminating costly mandates. Was one of the reasons why he said that he had to do this. Also, he added that, let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah, he says, creators in a bill ceremony. He says the new tax law excludes capital gains from individual state incomes, expands tax breaks for seniors and disabled residents, and exempts diapers and feminine hygiene products from sales taxes. So that's what he said. He felt like the governor said that signing this bill, the policy director was against it. They said the governor signing this bill is an absolute betrayal to Missouri families, and it hurts my heart. So I don't know. About 1/3 of the states mandate paid sick leave. So about 1/3 of states mandate paid sick leave. About 1/3 of states are doing it right now. Missouri's not going to do it, but many businesses voluntarily provide it. Nationwide, 79% of private sector employees received paid sick leave last year, though part-time workers were significantly less likely to receive that benefit. I get it. So that was some news that also made headlines. But one other thing that was done also by Governor Kehoe, when we talk about St. Louis and what's happening in our area and why we want things to be better, or you name it, is the fact that he also signed legislation yesterday that allows for a special entertainment district in the city. So it would stretch just off the Arch grounds west to the downtown West neighborhood, includes Union Station, Busch Stadium, Enterprise Center, the Dome at America Center, and Energizer Park. So think about that big circle down in the city. So imagine a circle all around that area. That's what this bill is about. So how is this going to help St. Louis? Well, now what it does was this district, that area, all those places in that circle, basically all the sporting venues, what you have there is now a circle around there. So now the district inside that circle can take an active role in maintaining buildings, sidewalks, and streets, and could limit vehicle and pedestrian traffic. Why would they do this? For safety. they can hire their own security. The focus would allow the entertainment districts to hire their own peace officers. But as we know, let's be real, there's been a reduction in crime. Last year, by the way, St. Louis, his homicides were very much lower this last year. So it was getting lower. But despite the reductions, we know the perception of downtown St. Louis, right? It's still not a good one. Oh, it's not safe. That perception is there. It's on us, whether we like it or not. It's on us. So the only way you do that is continue to have good crime stats and it get reported, and you do it year after year after year. So they're putting this district together. Will it make a difference? I like it. Let's see how many peace officers. Let's see what's done. We know we have to try something different. They said that these, obviously the perception of downtown's unsafe. Part of the local debate is how you can move the region forward. So Bob O'Loughlin, who's just an amazing businessman, said we need to showcase to the rest of the country and the world that we have a safe downtown, that the businesses have invested in it, are behind it, and that we have a great area here. Love to hear that. That's exactly what we need in St. Louis. The mayor, Kara Spencer, she supports the effort. It's incredibly vital to the revitalization and changing course of our city and our region. And the measure also has bipartisan support with Democratic senators, Carla May and Brian Williams, among those joining the Republican Kehoe and the GOP House members in pushing it forward. Jim Murphy, Brad Criss, both of South St. Louis County, they were at the event as well. So this is something that is so positive for St. Louis. What will the peace officers look like? I don't know, but think that's a big area stretching from Union Station to Energizer Park, where the soccer team plays, over to the America's Dome, down near the Arch grounds, the old Laclede's Landing. I love it. This is proactive. That is now. What does it look like? That's we have to wait and see. What does it actually look like with peace? What are peace officers?
Yeah, are they armed? What's going on with that? How?
Of course, they have to be armed.
Yeah, I would think so.
You can't. Yeah, you can't. I don't have to say it. You guys know you have to have armed people there.
Well, yeah.
It's called a deterrent for a reason. So this is what it is. The stepped up use of private security services will be paid for by neighborhood groups in the city. And as in recent years, what they've done, this is what has happened. It's shown the potential disparity when it comes to the presence of public safety in St. Louis. They say affluent organizations and neighborhoods have them, while poor areas just don't. Private security firms have historically hired off-duty St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department officers at a time when SLMPD, though, has been below its budgeted strength. So I get it. So they were asked yesterday. This is a good question. Asked Thursday if the bill incentivizes private security at a time when our St. Louis police force is underappointed, and it's trying to boost its ranks, if this would be a very good thing. Kehoe says, I think the business community working with law enforcement is a great partnership. We've seen it in other counties and communities across the state. I think it just adds to the safety factor and the fact that we want St. Louis to be vibrant again.
I think it does too. However, who's hiring these people? Who are, who's screening them? You know what I mean? Are they off-duty police? What are their qualifications? It's just a concern.
Well, you've now got a board overlooking St. Louis, so it's under state control.
Gotcha.
So this is this is a proactive approach that I love from Kehoe. Did reach out to him and Gabby Picard, his media person, to try to get him. We've been trying to get him for over a month. They've been allegedly really, really busy to talk to him about this issue. I do like it.
I like it too. It's a great concept. It's just there's a lot.
Do you mind seeing a bunch of
room?
But do you mind seeing a lot of police or people walking around in security if you're there?
No, I don't mind at all.
Me
As a
either.
matter of fact, I feel safe.
Yes, so do I.
However, there are security companies that you can hire. They're a little overzealous. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. We got to take a break. We come back, we'll continue this conversation. Plus, we'll get into some more news of the day. Lots going on. It is Friday, 7-Eleven Day. Thanks for being with us this morning. Back with more Arch City Now. That's the voice of Projo. I'm Vic Faust. We'll be back. We are the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Now, as you sports fans know,
it's really getting out of hand, man. It's going way out of control.
With Cam Jansen.
I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, living by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
Hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu.
But don't freak out.
Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown & Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown & Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
louinfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown & Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your louinfo.com news update. Cell phones will be banned in Missouri schools this fall. The governor signed a legislation this week disallowing phones in K through 12 schools. The law goes into effect August 28th. Newly signed legislation will create a downtown St. Louis entertainment district, providing security as part of the plan. Proponents include tourism agency Explore St. Louis, business advocacy group Greater St. Louis, Inc., and hotel developer and operator Lodging Hospitality Management. A mother's facing charges for 2 robbery incidents years apart. Jasmine Harris was charged with robbery, endangering the welfare of a child, and other crimes in connection with incidents that happened July 7th of this year and in September of 2021. The older case involved a mother and son working together to steal a car. Demolition has begun on the Woods Mill Center in Town and Country Shopping Center near the intersection of I-64 and Highway 141. A $100 million mixed-use development with luxury condos will go in its place. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, louinfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your louinfo.com weather update. We'll be getting some sunshine today and more heat and humidity coming up. We'll be in the mid-90s on the air temperature, but that heat index up there around 102. We do have a slim chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Overnight, scattered showers, mid-70s, and then a little bit better chance of rain on Saturday with low 90s, scattered showers and upper 80s on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City. 314-344-4400.
Looking to get organized and support local? At St. Louis Closet Company, we've been designing custom closets and storage solutions right here in St. Louis for over 30 years. From walk-in closets to home offices and even pantries, we create personalized, organized spaces that fit your lifestyle and your space. Built locally and installed professionally. Call 314-781-9000 for your free estimate or visit stlouisclosetco.com today.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
I once got catfished by a girl in Kirkwood.
before catfishing was really even a thing. This is the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com with live and on-demand content on YouTube. And catch all of our local shows on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts. KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis. Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, good morning. Happy Friday, 7-11 day. Glad you're with us. 7:32 is the time. Taking you to the top of the hour at 8 o'clock. Projo, make sure I don't miss my timing since my laptop time is like 4 minutes slow. I feel that way by Friday, that's for sure. I feel like I'm 4 minutes slow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back into that situation. Projo's alongside this morning. Projo, feel free to show yourself since you put a nice camera together. Have you showed yourself today yet? There's the Projo.
I have not.
All right. We appreciate thanks for the cameo, my friend.
Hey, you know.
All right. We're here. This is Arch City Now.
That's your one per
my
show.
One and only. 6 to 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. Just talking issues, talking newsmakers, headlines, whatever it is, St. Louis every morning. Getting you up and going. Nice, beautiful morning. It's hot. It's muggy. One of the muggiest days of the week. Told the heat indices around 100 by the end of the day. Yippee-ki-yay. Can't wait for that. Try to stay cool if you can. Cardinals in town. They have a game tonight. The heat probably doesn't help the crowd. I hope that people actually go out to the Cardinals game somehow this week. If you do, you don't have to. You just decide where you want to share your support and your money. But there were not a lot of people at the game last night, especially first pitch. Cardinals won, by the way, 8-1. They took 2 of 3 from the Nationals. They host the Braves this weekend. But man, they're a team hard to figure out, up and down, kind of all around. 6 games over 500. They take on the 40-52 Atlanta Braves. There's no reason why they shouldn't win the series this weekend. No way, going into the All-Star break. But they're only a game out of the final wild card spot. And there's apathy in Cardinals Nation. There is. And there's a lot of reasons for it. But will things change? What is it going to take to change? And I can tell you this much. A heat index at or just below 100 on a Friday night may keep some fans away. We will see. Also, anything you want to promote for the weekend? Any events, you can let us know as well. We try to promote that on some of those things that are happening around town. We rely on you for that. You can watch us clearly on YouTube and X at Arch City Now. You head to Arch City Now, YouTube and X. Also, you can stream us and all the other shows throughout the day and the week at louinfo.com. It's our website. You can also check out what those shows are about. We have a lot of niche programming as well. And finally, if you want to make comments or be a part of the show, you can do that on X and YouTube. You can talk with us. You can talk with others. Or if you want to call our show, we'll let you do that. The phone number to dial is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We'll talk. We'll get you caught up on everything that's happening throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. We talked about it earlier, 7-11 day. It's Free Friday at a lot of places as well. With the small purchase, you can also get your Slurpees at your 7-Eleven stores. What is the number one convenience store now? Gas station? Is it Quick Trip? Because when we were growing up, we were talking about it seemed like it was 7-Eleven. That was the place to go. It just seems like Quick Trip is now, but it depends on where you live throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. Because I've lived in some areas where I couldn't find a Quick Trip. That's for sure. That's for sure. And do they have the equivalents to the Slurpees as well? I don't know.
They have smoothies. They don't have Slurpees. And there's On the Run.
So we have changed.
Yeah. I don't know if you've heard of On the Run.
Yeah. Okay. No, those are good. Those are great.
Those are kind of competing, I think. But
some of them smell really good as well.
Yeah.
When you head in, it's like, we like this.
Yep.
One of the topics from earlier in the show, on our last segment, and we take you up to 8 o'clock, we like to focus, unless you guys jump in with breaking news, we'll focus on that. Other stories that we've covered throughout the day. I just found it to be interesting, to me at least. Gen Z drinking less alcohol than any other previous generation. Projo says, well, that's easy. It's because they're smoking marijuana or taking gummies or whatever, or experimenting with marijuana. Is that the case? Projo, you think it is the case?
Yeah, I think it could also be a culture change just because Gen Z, they want to be different from their parents and they have other alternatives that are legal now. So I think that might be the reason why.
Well, it's interesting. Eli, who also puts our show together back in the studios there, says he chimed in. He's 23. He's like, I really don't have a desire to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. I got it. I totally understand it. And maybe it's one of those things where, like you said, it's ebbs and flows.
Well, the Gen Xers just didn't raise binge drinkers because they were binge drinkers.
Yeah, there you go. Don't do this.
Right.
Trust me.
Do as I say, not as I do.
I know. I went through this. Greg has a shout out for Buc-ee's. I guess places. Once again, it depends on where you go, where you live.
That's Southern.
Yeah, I guess so. Also from the chat line, had one of those a-holes setting off those big loud fireworks at 12:05 a.m. this morning. Greg's living in St. Louis County, saying that that's happening as well. It's like, oh, brother, sorry that happened for you. Not so good. Another story, we talked a little bit about it earlier. We'll hit it again. The Blues making changes. John Kelly's out as their play-by-play voice. As Dan Kelly was the original voice of the Blues. He is John, he's as good as it gets, in my humble opinion. He really is. Is it a cost-cutting measure with FanDuel Midwest, what they're trying to do? It's frustrating for Blues fans to lose somebody like that. The bad thing about the bittersweet situation is you lose John Kelly, at least you have Chris Kerber and Joe Vitale who are still there, and you have Jamie Rivers, who does a freaking outstanding job as their studio analyst. So it's one of those catch-22s. It's like they don't re-sign John Kelly and his family. I call it the family because of Dan Kelly and then John Kelly. So you lose that. I just think of St. Louis Blues. That's him. That is him. This isn't the first time you've seen a massive, popular, super talented broadcaster not renewed because of financial concerns. The good thing for Blues fans, as great as John is, you have viable replacements. And it's nothing on Chris Kerber because he's outstanding. He really is. And love Joe Vitale. But you've also got a situation now where it's like, okay, you lose John Kelly. Is it a part of, what's happening with the Blues, with TV, with rights? But they're going to simulcast as well. So you have their simulcast that's going on. And what they're doing with that is you've literally got a situation where they're doing the simulcast on radio and TV at the same time. So that's something new. That's going to be on FanDuel, Sports Network Midwest, and 101 ESPN. Those guys they're going to simulcast Blues games. And there's a lot of love for the Blues in the city of St. Louis, that's for sure. So things happen. Changes are made. Businesses have to make decisions and move forward, and that's what they're doing. From the chat line, Tanya says, go Blues. Yep, go Blues. And they're a team right now and they've always been a team where they try to do things. They're literally trying to go out and get who they can. Right now, they haven't made a splash this offseason, but it's not necessarily their fault. Prices on certain players have gone way up, and who knows? Also, the chat line was talking about a-holes. St. Louis City Police are looking for this guy. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This guy is something else. The cojones it takes to walk up to a group of people and drop a cluster of fireworks at Wheelhouse and on Washington Avenue. This is a video guy St. Louis City Police are looking for. Thought he was real cool, real tough guy, throwing fireworks into a group of people and then taking off. Yeah. He will be arrested at some point, and he should be arrested at some point. And the police need your help in identifying him because he did what he did right there. Are we showing the video, Projo?
I was, and I stopped. Yeah.
Okay. So you just saw the video there seconds ago of him doing that. That's who they're trying to find right now. Somebody, there's kids around. Not kids inside the bar, but kids around when somebody's doing that as well. It's another thing, and all fun and games until somebody gets hurt too. And that could happen as well. The chat line says, I've got a Roman candle just for that jerk. Yeah, exactly. Also, Greg says, You know what? The Blues could have traded John Kelly for a future consideration Blues player. Get something for John. He's got value. Yeah, good point. We see that as well. We are Arch City now, here Monday through Friday, going over headlines, newsmakers, what's happening in your neck of the woods, having those conversations, of where things go, what happens throughout the St. Louis area. Also, another just bizarre story. Hundreds of fish, try 700 fish were found floating dead at Lions Lake in Washington. Okay. Yeah, something nefarious happened, no doubt about it. A lot of people use that lake. Now they're told stay away. Conservation officials said stay away from the lake. Who dumped what in that water? That's what I'm wondering. They don't even want people boating. Don't even touch the water.
There is another thing.
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah, there is another thing that could cause that much to kill that much
gas.
No, actually, if you throw like dynamite or a quarter stick of dynamite, it'll kill everything. In that perimeter, in a certain perimeter.
Huh?
Yeah,
that'd be a good fishing hole.
Yeah,
there's that many fish in that area.
Yeah, it's quite illegal.
Yeah, but you'd certainly hear. They would have heard.
Yeah.
Dynamite though.
Well, and you would think if somebody was actually fishing, they would have taken the fish too. So
what?
Well, there's people who illegally poach fish that way.
That blow up the water?
Yeah. And all the fish just rise to the surface. They skim the surface, and there you go.
That's the last thing that we need. That's terrible.
Right.
I trust you, the voice of Projo. Thanks for showing us yourself on camera. We love that. Projo, I'm giving you hell from that standpoint. And by the way, if there's interviews that you guys want to see, people, businesses that you want us to talk with, we'll do that as well. You guys let us know what you want to help. It's all about you talking about what's happening throughout the St. Louis area. One of the subjects we were talking about too was the fact of what's happening. And I love this, and I wanted to hit it again for people who are coming through, is the standpoint of what's happening with the entertainment district in downtown St. Louis. And I wanted to remind people, because I got a quote or a question from somebody who was coming in a little bit late. The city of St. Louis is now under state control when it comes to policing, a board. One of the new things that they're talking about doing is creating, and it's been signed into law, the special entertainment district. So it's called the entertainment district. If we want to survive as a region, yes, we need St. Louis. Some people say, oh, screw St. Louis, whatever. I've heard people talk about it. I don't feel safe going down there. That's a perception, and perception is reality. And the only way you change that is with good, safe results, day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. It didn't get to a point where there was a bad reputation overnight. It took time, and it's there. And I'm glad that there are people who are ready to admit that we have issues in St. Louis City, because we can't change anything until we admit there's a problem. Such is the case with everything in life. Hence, the governor signed House Bill 199. We have this entertainment district. So imagine a big circle. And I'm curious how you feel about this in our backyard. A big circle stretching right off the Arch grounds, west to downtown West neighborhood, including Union Station, Busch Stadium, Enterprise Center, and then coming all the way back down around America Center and, of course, Energizer Park. A big circle there. Call it a safety circle.
So it just basically
dare I say a wall. Kidding.
So they just basically circle the park.
Yeah. So imagine this, and then you have peace officers hired. They're called peace officers. So there's a lot of factors. Okay, St. Louis City Police are way understaffed. I don't even know what the total is now. Is it 300? Is it 600? I've heard all kinds of totals. So now you get, where are you going to get these people to be peace officers? What is their job? Obviously, they sound like police officers, private security. How much do they get paid? Where does that pool come from? And so forth. But would it make you feel safer? I love the idea. There are people who may not love the idea. The mayor loves the idea. Kara Spencer does. Bipartisan support for this. This is the kind of thing that you have to do to help our region. You do. I hate it. When I go downtown, I feel safe. I do. When I go to ballparks and games, I feel safe. I mean, everybody should have their head on a swivel no matter where they go. And I do when I'm in the city. You do your best. Do I feel safe? Yeah, I do. And knock on wood, it stays that same when I'm there. But you still have to have something. And I love this idea. I do. I love the idea from the governor, from Governor Kehoe, and I look forward for more updates. And if you guys have an opinion on it, let us know if you think that's something. It's a proactive approach. It gives a deterrent to crime, right?
Yeah,
I think
it would make me feel better going downtown. That's for sure.
Greg says not going to change, so they get rid of the trash that hangs around downtown. Washington Avenue example. Then you have 13-year-olds with AK-47s. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a policing problem. I mean, we saw the deterrent that happened on 4th of July weekend. Yeah, we're going to start charging parents. Okay, it's a deterrent. At least you're talking a big game and you back it up a little bit. Then you have the state control of police in St. Louis City. Then you have an entertainment district that's coming into play with people. And that's a large area, because if you look at other cities, it can be done. I'm telling you, I spent 11 and a half years of my life in Detroit. And as they were starting to go through their reemergence, and they did, people go to the city and they feel safe around their, quote, entertainment district with their professional sports and all their 4 professional sports teams in an area. And yes, there's crime in Detroit, but if you haven't been there, it'll blow your mind on what they've done and what they do. It'll blow your mind what they do in Detroit. People told me they felt sorry for me when I was moving back home to St. Louis from Detroit. And these are the conversations we have to have so that we can get better and understand, okay, maybe we're not what we used to be. And instead of just like pushing over the corner, actually go change it. And that's what it seems like this governor's trying to do. I love it. I love St. Louis. I spent some of my teen years downtown and so forth, as many of us have. I love this region and we need to promote it. And that's what this show's about, promoting the good in St. Louis. You have to have those tough conversations, and then you put a plan together, and then you attack the plan. Those are the things that we're trying to do. And that's why we were trying to focus on it. And I get excited about it. I do. We need St. Louis City to help our region. No doubt about it. We don't have a lot of people moving to this region, and we've got some good things that are going down downtown. You got the Millennial Hotel, which was purchased. They're redoing that. The AT&T building was purchased. That's going to be, tons. 200 apartments, but who's going to live there? Are people going to continue to go down? We'll have a gentleman on the show. He owns properties on the Landing. He's revitalizing the Landing right now, and he's got sold out properties down there. I think it was 11 or 12 Cardinals live in one of his properties. And he'll be joining us on the show as well. These are the things that are happening. These are good things that are happening in the city. You want to promote it and continue to move it and build, stack them, stack those days, stack good days, day after day after day. From the chat line, I wonder if they would ever have a sports team not downtown, a stadium in our city, or even St. Charles, even Chesterfield. Those things have been talked about over the years. Who knows? I'm not sure. You know me, I'm an NFL guy. I wish we had the NFL here. We don't, we won't. It is one of those things. What else could be done? The St. Louis City SC has done a phenomenal job putting their stadium together where they are, with safety and attendance. Once again, you got to call things how they are. They're not good. They are not good this year. They are not good. They do not have a good product. But the environment, the experiences, you feel safe when you're going there. How they've put that together, where they built it, it's phenomenal. They've done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I was thinking that's a tricky place to build that.
No,
that big of a facility.
No, they did a phenomenal job putting that together. Of course they did. Carolyn Kendall and crew, they do it well. They're all those people with that family do it very, very well. These are good things. And of course, it is what it is. We promote St. Louis. We talk about St. Louis and have those main issues to help us in every way we possibly can to make things as good as they can possibly be. This is Arch City Now. We're here Monday through Friday. We're here 6 to 8 a.m. If you want to get a call in, you could today before we get out of here. 855-282-8255. 855-282-8255. You can stream us on X and YouTube, Arch City Now. You can also stream our show and the other ones that come up throughout the day at luinfo.com. luinfo.com. If there's somebody that needs to be promoted or a shout out, we'll do that with people. We do that with businesses. And the other thing is the fact that you can join our show. You can jump in on the conversation live. at Arch City now on X and YouTube as well. Anything that you want to do, jump in. We'll talk about it from that standpoint. Greg says, I won't even go downtown for doctor's visits. I now go to St. Charles for doctors. Yeah, and you're allowed to go wherever you want to go. And maybe what you've heard, maybe you've had an experience that pushes you back. Maybe it's something that happened in the past. You're like, yeah, it's going to take me a while to try to get past that. Fair enough. But we got to start somewhere to make things a little bit better. What's happening this weekend? How are you staying cool? We know it's going to be a hot day today as well. Also, if there are story ideas that we've missed and you want to put it out there, you can pop that up as well. We will show that for you. One other thing that we were talking about earlier, another story, if you were just joining us as well. We just had somebody said, hey, there's a new liquid nitrogen ice cream shop going to St. Charles, possibly. They've been in the Shaw neighborhood. Liquid nitrogen ice cream.
What even is that?
I haven't been. It's Ice's Plain and Fancy. So they're looking at going to the St. Charles Frenchtown area. I don't know. Somebody sent me that. I'm just putting it out there for you guys. We want to promote St. Louis and everything that we can. They said the proposed location would be near Morgan and 2nd Streets. All right. There you go. Allegedly, the business has thrived on the unique concept of using liquid nitrogen to make its ice cream, unlike any other frozen dessert parlor in the region.
What's Dippin' Dots made of then?
I don't know.
I thought it was liquid nitrogen.
I know. I don't really eat a lot of ice cream at all. I don't.
Yeah, me either. Dairy is not my friend.
Although I know some people who love the mint chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
That person loves the mint chocolate chip. We love it. Thanks, guys. Hey, is this fat? Is Patrick Mahomes fat? I say he can look however he wants to when he plays as well as he plays. Did he have a good Super Bowl? No. But, and then did I send you the other picture too? Yeah. So this one and that one. Okay. Is that fat? Shock Jock sports radio guy, Kansas City, said that Patrick Mahomes looks embarrassing. Literally said, he's brought you multiple Super Bowls, 3. And he says he looks fat. That's because the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes says he was going to get serious with his health. And then this was him from the 4th of July with his wife, friends, having a good time. Said he's fat and he's an embarrassment. He makes $500 million a year. I'm like, whoa. And there's a lot of Chiefs fans in the area as well. So dad bod all the way. I'm not a huge Chiefs fan. I don't dislike the Chiefs. I'm just like, whatever. I can't believe those comments were made. Anyway, Mahomes is a superstar. He's still the best quarterback in the NFL right now, in my humble opinion. And we'll see where it goes. He was also told by the radio shock jock that Mahomes would even be fat at his pool parties. And there's just a bunch of 60-year-old dudes. Anyway, we got to get out of here. Are we at 30 seconds? All right, guys, thanks for joining us for the show today. Hot Take Central 2.0 coming up next. The former Blue Cam Jansen. Sure, they'll have some comments about John Kelly. Jim the Cat Hayes, the Cardinals broadcaster. We are the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Have an awesome day. Thanks for your support. We'll see you on Monday.
In your city with Kelly and Gordon. It's the hottest happy hour in STL radio. A high energy, high impact weekday radio show blending relationship value